Hey everybody, we've got kind of a different project today. We are repotting plants. I lost my plant scissors, so I'm gonna use my haircut scissors. I'm just gonna have to get new ones. It is what it is. But we're also, I had an idea. I am taking this jar of ashes. It's white sage ash from my smudge sticks, and I've burned through about 2 of them now, so it's about 2 sticks worth. But I'm going to add it into my soil bin because white sage has purification properties, and you know, the soil could always use a little extra kick. I am kind of worried about it changing the alkalinity, but let's be real, it's mostly coconut husk and perlite and just regular garden soil, so I think it's probably going to be okay. But these guys, basically, I haven't repotted them in probably about a year, and I've been scared to repot them. If you notice the theme today, we are conquering fears. We are taking action to close the gap on our insecurities and our fears and take control of them so that we can go into this next phase of life, this moving across states with all of our new energy and nothing holding us back. We're going to go with perfect confidence, knowing that we are not perfect. You know, I think it's really easy to perceive somebody like me as arrogant or a little bit egotistical, but that is only because you don't see the truth of it. It may present as ego, but really, I've been more insecure than most people probably can understand. And finding confidence has never been a place of ego for me. I know how to use my body and my energy in the moment. Like, I've always been very confident in that regard. But I know I'm not a 10, you know? I'm attractive enough. I'm happy with myself. I love myself. But, you know, I don't need to be a 10. You know, there used to be this thing that would happen with me where I would see somebody that I just immediately thought was like better than me somehow, whether their life was more together, whether they were more attractive, whether it looked like they had the perfect relationship. And I would just feel this like sadness, I guess. It wasn't, I guess it was a worthiness wound. But like, it's kind of like when you start off a certain weight or like looking geeky and then you glow up, you always still think of yourself as that previous version, and you don't necessarily see just how far you've come. So as outside perspectives, I can't expect anybody else to really understand that I'm not coming from a place of ego, because I understand that's what it looks like. But those moments are for me, not necessarily for the viewer, if that makes sense. Like, I didn't put up that video of me trying to sing because I think I'm good at singing. I put up that video of me trying to sing to prove that I'm not scared of what anybody thinks. And I think that I could go give that terrible performance on stage right now. You know what I mean? Like, that's the point. I started TikTok to get comfortable. Suspicious caller. No, I started TikTok getting comfortable in front of the camera, working on insecurities, watching myself so that I could be comfortable and learn to love myself and grow. And the singing thing's just part of that. All the filters and everything that presents itself as ego is me dealing with insecurity. And nobody else needs to understand that, you know? It's not important. because whatever, like I've said before, whatever people take from my videos is up to them. It's not my business. But anyway, that's the energy we're in today. Conquering fears, dealing with insecurities, and I am scared as shit to repot this white oak because it has been so sensitive. And it's just gone through a trauma. The cat attacked it and it lost all of its new leaves. It had like 3 different stems, like shooting out leaves, 7 leaves total, and my cat just like ripped them all off. Just went absolute savage. But they are in growth right now. They are in a growth phase, which means that even though it's a little bit early, it's not quite spring. They're indoor plants. They can't really tell the difference. I think I'm going to go ahead and take the opportunity to switch them over now. We've got our soil. Can you see that? We've got 2 new pots. We've got our 2 plants that are remaining. I had 4, but I got rid of 2 of them. Low-key, my ex gave me both of them, and like, the plants represent my relationships. So, dunsies. As much as I loved them, it was their time. The holly I clipped after my sister came to visit me, right after I chose not to kill myself. My family came up and we went to the aquarium in Georgia, and I was just so quiet. I didn't know how to interact with them because I'd just been through a lot and I couldn't explain it. And when I tried, it all came out wrong. They didn't understand. They tried. You know, they tried. But it was a lot. So, that's why I have the holly. It's for my family. Not just my sister, but my whole family. Including my ancestors. And then the white oak. That one's for me. Maybe the twin too. But mostly for me. Now, most of the video has been spent jibber-jabbering. But the ashes are still burning a little bit. So I grabbed a little bit of water. I'm going to just, you can see it, just, aye, it's hot. I'll just do all of it. Low key, it'll be all right. So once that cools down, I'm gonna put the ashes into the bin, give it a good old mix up. And when we repot these, we're probably gonna trim out the root systems. We're gonna clip off any of the leaves that are just not serving us anymore. Like for example, this one has a new shoot coming out, but this leaf right below is kind of like dried up and it's probably gonna start dying soon. So I might just, it's already starting to wrinkle. So I might just take that off, and any of the leaves that my cat like chomped in half already, probably gonna take those out. But yeah, we're just gonna do it on TikTok because fuck it. If you don't wanna watch me replant things, go ahead and scroll. Basically, we're gonna fill it up to about there with soil. That way, we've got enough room to get the plant in there, and then we can just kind of layer it up and position it however we want to. I guess, hold on one second. Actually, now let's go ahead and finish up the prep here. Ooh. All right, it's not all of it, but there's a little bit of ash. It's mostly thick chunks. These are leaves that have burned, but it's not like, it's not powdery ash, you know what I mean? It's still thick enough that the plants should be able to use it. It's kind of like a charcoal almost. But yeah, we're just going to give it a little sprinkle, get some of that white ash